Get ready for ribs and more ribs as we fire up the Traeger grill. This is Cooking with Sylv Mack. Hey, welcome to Cooking with Sylv Mack, and today we are going to do ribs two different ways. So of course that means we're going to be doing it low and slow. So grab that glass of wine and let's get to grilling, y'all. Hey, thanks for tuning in to my channel. I really appreciate it. So don't forget to subscribe and give me a thumbs up. I really appreciate it. So today, like I said, we are going to do ribs and then we're going to do ribs. We've got ribs two different ways. Let me show you. Woo, these look fantastic. So I've got some jerk ribs that are baby back ribs. And then on this side, I've got some St. Louis style ribs, and we're gonna do those the traditional way. Either way, it's going to be low and slow. Oh, I kind of like that. What you think? Low and slow. But I did a lot of prepping for this, and I did that last night. So let me show you how I prepped these ribs. So I've taken the ribs out of the refrigerator and they are now at room temperature. That normally takes about maybe 35-40 minutes. And I'm going to use the 3-2-1 rib cooking method, which is 3 hours of cook, 2 hours of wrapping with some extra seasoning, and then 1 hour of mopping the ribs on the grill. So we're gonna cook them what again? Low and slow at 230 degrees. And then I will wrap them after the 3 hour point, except for the baby back ribs, because those are gonna cook a little faster because they're smaller. And then I will wrap them up in some foil, put some butter on there, some more seasoning, put them back out on the grill so that they can just kind of like be in their own little juices, and that foil is gonna create like a pocket and make them nice and tender and juicy. All right, let's head out to the grill. But you gotta grab that wine first. Let's go. All right, so the grill is nice and ready. It's at 233 degrees, so I'm gonna go on and put my ribs on. Here's the jerk ribs. And here is the traditional St. Louis style ribs. And you wanna put them meat side up. Just gonna close that on up. Okay, so I'm out here checking on the ribs, and I'm gonna give them a little spritz. Keep them nice and moist. The spritz is just some water and some apple juice. And you can see in the back there, I've got my baby back ribs, and that is the jerk. I'm gonna take those off now because they are a little smaller and they don't need to cook as long. And they've been out here now for 2.5 hours. I'm gonna leave the regular ribs or the St. Louis style ribs on for another half hour, but I'll take off the baby backs and wrap those up and then put them back on the grill. You can see I also have my rib tips up there, along with the other part of the St. Louis style rib that I cut off. All right, it's looking good right now. And that tube you see in there is a tube that I put in it provides a little extra smoke. Okay, so I've taken the ribs off and now I am sort of doing the barbecue sauce. I love open pit. I grew up on this. My dad used to use it all the time when he barbecued. And then my mother would add some pineapple chunks to it. So I'm just gonna add a few of those in there while it's heating up. And then she also would add, just for a little kick, a little cayenne pepper. Not much, because it's already obviously has its spices in there. So I just want to give it a little sweetness, let it get a little warm, and then I'm going to put it on half of the ribs. Okay, so I have taken the ribs off of the grill, and after they've been cooking for 2 hours in their own juices and a little butter and a little bit more seasoning. So let's take a look. Oh, that looks fantastic. Okay, got my sauce right here. And I just warmed it up a little bit. I put a little cayenne pepper in there and of course, a few chunks of pineapple. But I'm gonna cut it in half because I'm only gonna sauce half of my ribs. I like them sauced, but my husband does not. So you just take a little bit of the sauce, put it on there, sort of slather it on. And then you put it back out on the grill so that it could really kind of caramelize and sort of really make the ribs nice and sticky and good and all that other goodness. Okay, so I'm gonna take this back out and I'm gonna put it on the grill so that it can get nice and sticky and stuff, and let it cook for like maybe another 30 minutes. And then I'm going to wrap this up again and let it continue to cook in its juices. Okay, so now I'm also going to check on my baby back ribs, because with them being a little smaller, they don't need to cook as long. And these are the ones that are jerked, so I don't want to put any sauce on these. Oh yeah. Those look absolutely fantastic. Let's see. I think I'm gonna keep them on. I'm gonna wrap them back up, put them back on for like maybe 30 minutes. And then I think they will be like almost fall off the bone, which is what you want. Okay, so now I'm gonna take a look at the rib tips. Okay, I'm from Gary, Indiana, born and raised. Chicago is like 20 minutes away. So we would go over to Chicago all the time. And in Chicago, rib tips are a big thing. So the rib tips are looking pretty good. Of course, this was off of the St. Louis rib, or actually when you cut it off, you got the rib tips. And when you cut it off the spare rib, then you make St. Louis ribs. So that's what we did earlier. These look good, but I'm gonna let them cook for about another 30 minutes. Okay, everyone, so I just pulled the ribs off the grill. So let me show you what they look like, because they look fantastic. In the front right here, we've got the jerk baby back ribs. Right behind that, then we've got the St. Louis style ribs. Those have the sauce on them that I cooked out on the grill with the sauce on. Right behind that, then we have the naked ribs, and those are the St. Louis style ribs. And then on the side here, we've got the rib tips. Oh, so now it's time to taste. It's time to eat. So I've got, what a plate here. I've got some greens with some hot sauce, some fresh fried corn that I made with bacon and jalapenos today, and then I've got the 2 different types of ribs. Woo, so let's try it now. This is the jerk. Baby, nice and juicy. Can you see the smoke ring on that? Fabulous. Okay, so now these are the naked ribs, the St. Louis style. If you don't know, you better ask somebody. These ribs make you slap your mama. And we couple that with the fried corn, with bacon bits and jalapeno. Then I got some collard greens with hot sauce and smoked turkey necks. Y'all know what I'm about to say. I need a moment alone. Anyway, don't forget to like my channel. I'm sorry for talking with my mouth full. Subscribe to my channel, like my channel, share my channel, and leave some comments. I can't get over this. Corn's got butter in it.